And welcome to another game from my childhood. One of my favorite RPGs on the NES, right next to Dragon Warrior. And this is Little Ninja Brothers for the NES. Now, one thing I like about this game is that it uses both turn-based and action-based RPG mechanics. And although the majority of the game is action-based. And here's our protagonists here, Ryu and Jack. I guess Ken was already copyrighted by Capcom here. And we're going to play one player and fast. And the difficulty, we're going to pick normal. And here's our big bad of the game, Blue Boltar. Yeah, that sun looks a bit too happy for the world to be in danger. And here's your stereotypical Master Roshi wise man. And we get the Red Bell of Prism. It's basically a MacGuffin item. It really doesn't do anything, it's just there to drive the plot along. Well, of course, in all RPGs, something has to. Alright, we're here on the world map, and it works just like Dragon Warrior. Yeah, you can walk along the world map, and eventually I'll get into a random battle. And yeah, before I head into the town, I'll show off some of the basic battle mechanics of this game. If I can get into a random battle, there we go. And the group of enemies have appeared, level 1. And either you have two options, you can fight or you can run, but yeah, we're gonna fight. And the basic battle mechanics of this game is jump. Well, come on. There we go. And punch. And basically you kill about 4 or 5 enemies, the battle will end, and you'll get your random number of experience and sen. Well, that's what the money is called in this game. And we'll fight another random battle, and we have a blue grunt and a slime. And if you punch this block, yeah, sometimes the blocks will fly out, and if it comes in contact with an enemy, it'll instantly kill them. And the slimes, yeah, they can only be killed by jumping on them. Yeah, if you punch them, it won't do any damage. And we get 6 experience points and 10 sen. And also, the experience you get is determined by the battle formation, like right here, level 1, the blue grunt and the slimes. Yeah, it's not determined by the specific enemies you kill in the battle, meaning you can kill nothing but slimes and the battle will end, and you'll still get the same amount of experience, so... Yeah, sometimes it is a good strategy just to kill the weaker monsters, just to end the battle. You'll get the same amount of experience. And we get another level. And I'll show off another random battle. But first I'm going to show off the, excuse me, the main menu here. Yeah, don't worry about call. We'll only be using that, I think, about twice throughout the game. And here's your basic status menu, experience 16, level 2, and your max life is your HP is 14, and your attack is 5. And your attack will always be like 3 numbers higher than your level. It's bugged, so don't worry about it. And I'm going to show off another random battle before I head into town. And you can see there, you have different terrains where you can fight on. You see the mountains there, the forest, and also the plains. And another group of enemies, the red grunt, level 2. Where's that thing at then? Yeah, I'll tell you what those M marks stand for a little bit later on. If you punch, I think it was this rock, you get a treasure chest, and we get a ninja star, a T-star, a shuriken. Yeah, they call it different things in this game. And the game will explain what those mean. Yeah, I will show that off in this episode. And first we're going to head into town. Yeah, all those little items on the top, yeah, the game will explain. That's what I do like about this game. Yeah, they actually do explain how to use the items and what they do. And here's the basic town. You have the hotel. Here it just costs 10 cents for a night, and yeah, we go to the hotel and sleep. And like the hotels or the inns, like in most RPGs, it recovers your health. And I'm gonna talk to some of these people in here. Yeah, right after we head into the shop, and this is the weapon shop, the one with the fist on it, and there you have specific items, and yeah, we're gonna buy the Crush Punch first, and the Iron Claw is a weaker version, so we're gonna buy the most expensive one here. And also the shields, man, what they do is they deflect projectiles, and of course the stronger the shield, the more types of projectiles it can block, and the robes, it also decreases damage from projectiles and magic attacks, and it also basically gives you a pretty decent amount of defense boost. So that's just buying the Scale Shield, the White Robe, and also the Crush Punch. Not really. I've just been watching Game of Thrones, basically. I don't know where Yokon is. I don't think that's somewhere in Westeros. Sorry. And here's the tool shop. And the items here, the Sweet Bun, it recovers your health, recovers 40 HP. And the skateboard, that's used to run from random battles. But I wouldn't buy any. There's areas where we can actually find them throughout the treasure chest and random battles, and the talisman. What that does, it slows down certain enemies and projectiles, and also the amulet. It prevents certain types of petrification or curses or becoming a fool, which we'll learn about that a little bit later on in the game. And we're gonna buy a couple of Sweet Buns before we get out of here. But throughout most of the game, the NPCs will explain to you, what each specific talisman or amulet does. So you really don't have to worry about that. Just buy it. Yeah, it's not really that expensive. Yeah, although it says sen is the amount of what they call money in this game. When you go into the menu, they call it money. So. Yeah, or you could press start. You could press A and B to select an item when you're fighting in random battles. Or you could press start. Nah, I haven't been to Deli-Chous. Yeah, just like the later Dragon Warrior games. Yeah, this game has this random number of puns. And this is the convenience store. What you can do is you can revive your party member. If you're playing 2 players. And you can't save in this game. You have to use a password system, which is pretty annoying. And also there you can change the number of players. So if you want to play 2 players, you can go to the convenience store to do that, and he'll tell you how much experience points you need to get to the next level. Yeah, just like the King of Tantacle in Dragon Warrior. And here's your password. It's one of the longest passwords in the NES history. These passwords can get just outright ridiculous sometimes. Yeah, the most digits in the password in this game is 54. So, yeah, Castlevania 2 and Metroid. Yeah, that's nothing compared to this game. And here we're going to learn more about the dragon kicks. And I'll let him explain it. Yeah, those K marks when I was fighting the random battles, I was on top of the menu screen. Yeah, that's what those are for. And here we're going to show off the field meeting. Remember at the beginning of this episode, they had the RPG and field meeting. Well, this is what the field meeting is. It's basically a 2-player minigame. And to run, you just mash in the A button, or you can just keep jumping like I'm doing there, so you really don't have to win. Yeah, I'm controlled by Jack on top there in the red, and the computer's controlled by, Ryu is controlled by the computer, and this I use the dragon kick. Either jump straight up, and press the control pad in any direction you want to kick. It's not really that difficult. Simple Simon, Mickey Mouse stuff here. As you see, the K mark on top there, that's your counter, so you can't use it infinitely. It does cost 1 K mark to use, so basically when you run out, you can't use it anymore, obviously. And basically the point here is just to get to the end, and just to demonstrate the dragon kicks. It's twice as powerful as your normal jump here, and a little bit stronger than your punch. Yeah, but of course, when we get out of here, we won't have 92. We're gonna have to find them ourselves and in treasure chests throughout the random enemy battles. But fortunately, I know where all the treasure is, and so I don't really have to worry about that. Yeah, let's talk to this guy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of running in this game, basically. And we're gonna meet one in a couple of minutes from now, once I leave this town. And come on, get out of the way. And don't bother doing any leveling here. Yeah, these enemies, yeah, they're really cheap with the experience. Yeah, there's a little of a better way to level up, which I'll show off in the next episode. And also these question marks here, yeah, you see you got the skull there. Yeah, what those M does, if you get 6 of them, you could use what's called the Mighty Ball. And it basically works like the Starman. You go into your item menu, use the Mighty Ball, and you can pretty much kill all your enemies by just running into them. Yeah, sort of like the Starman in Super Mario Brothers. But as you can see, I got the skull there, and when you get the skull, yeah, your M counter will go down to 0. So yeah, it's not really that reliable. Yeah, it's just a game saying, you can't break the game that easily. Here we have a new enemy, the frog, which just leaped back into the water, and also a new terrain. And whatever you do, yeah, don't jump in the water. Yeah, these ninjas here, they can't swim, so yeah, if you fall in the water, you'll lose half your health. And this group of enemies, the Red Grunt, if you punch here, you get a treasure chest with another ninja star. And when I get to the next Wise Man area in the next couple of minutes, he'll explain what the ninja stars and the T-stars do. So don't worry about it. Yeah, I'd rather have the game explain it than me. You know, what the hell do I know about commentary, huh? Yeah, I'm no Let's Player. This is a music channel. Yeah, I think this was the same terrain here. Yeah, you see that little floating block on the water? Yeah, just ignore it. Yeah, don't bother killing that frog either. He can't be killed with punches or jumps. Yeah, he can only be killed with a sword, or you can use T-stars against him. And we'll be demonstrating the T-stars once I get up to here for a random battle. Yeah, we'll take care of these guys. Yeah, if I didn't mention before, sometimes you can just keep punching the rocks, and the rock will fly off. And if hits in contact with an enemy, it'll kill them automatically. Yeah, I probably explained that already, but yeah, I don't know if I'll edit out any of these battles, so if you see me explaining stuff twice, that's why. And this is the next area we need to go to. And this is one of the 12 wise priests or celestial beings. And he's a horse. And he's going to show us what the T-stars or the Surger, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to have to go through another field meeting. Yeah, every time we get a new ability, yeah, we have to go through one of these annoying mini-games. Yeah, you could either like use the platforms here, or I like to just use a dragon kick to over them. Yeah, this is a basic example of the T-stars. Yeah, if you go to your item, not in this menu, it's just a mini game, but in a regular random battle, you would go to your item and you can select the T-stars, and you can shoot projectiles at your enemy. It becomes real useful against enemies that are stronger than you, because you know you can kill them from a distance rather than just up close and personal. Yeah, later on in the game, these T-stars are going to become like almost invaluable to you. Yeah, that's what happens when you jump in the water. But here, it's just a mini game, so you really don't have no HP. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, just all you gotta do is complete within the time limit. Yeah, don't worry about your Surger. It's sort of like a magic attack, but it's pretty weak, and I might show it off a little bit later on in the game, but just don't worry about it. The T-stars are more important. And we're gonna head over the bridge, and yeah, just like Dragon Warrior, every time you go over a bridge, you're gonna fight a little bit stronger monsters. And yeah, don't go into the mountains there. Yeah, there are enemies there that you can't kill, so don't worry about it. There's another terrain in the forest here, and as you can see there, I got the treasure chest with a heart, and yeah, well, what the heart does, it restores your health by 40, so. And this treasure chest, if these slimes will get out of the way, yes. Yeah, sometimes when you get 3 times in a row, you'll pretty much fall on your ass. And also, when you're in a jumping stance or a punching stance, you're invulnerable to damage. So yeah, that is a strategy you can use. What's called the jump back strategy, which I'll shut it off later on. And also here on the plains, if you fight a red grunt and a blue grunt, level 1, well, if you come right here, hit the treasure chest, and you'll get a ninja star. And the most you can hold is 8. And here you get another K mark, which equals, each K mark equals 5 dragon kicks. Yeah, the dragon kicks are consumable items. You can't just, use them forever. Yeah, just like the ninja stars. So what you can do is, every time you come on the plains here... no, not these guys. Yeah, if you fight a level 1, level 2 red grunt, if you go over here, you'll always get a ninja star, but since we're just fighting level 1 monsters, yeah, that treasure chest won't be there. Yeah, and the treasure chests in this game, during the random battles, yeah, they're not random, they're always there, so it just depends on the terrain and where you're at and the enemies you're fighting. But we'll go over that later on. And this is Deli-Chous. The finest foods from around the world, but... I guess the mayor must be Kina from Final Fantasy IX. That sounds vulgar. Oh, well, just take the mayor to the hotel up there. Yeah, you should have been smoking it instead of eating it. But anyways, before I end the episode, I'll talk to a couple more of these guys. Silly City, huh? Well, that's the next area we're gonna head to after this area. And we're gonna head to Nettie's, yes. Guess that's a pun of Wendy's. And they have no food. But you're still hungry. And McRonald's, yeah. Yeah, like I said before, this game has its number of puns. And here's a crude map of the areas I visited in this episode. And also know playing on 2-player, you'll have 2 sprites on the world map, Jack and Ryu. And meaning you'll have twice the chance of running into random encounters. And also, you're going to have to kill almost twice as many monsters to end that battle. And unfortunately, you'll still get the same amount of experience as if you're playing just 1 player, which kind of sucks. Unless you're just playing for shits and giggles. So, yeah, no, good luck to you. But, although playing in 2-player mode is almost damn near necessary during the turn-based Final Fantasy style battles. But anyways, in the next episode, I'll be showing off the Mighty Ball and also a quick and simple leveling up method and continue on with the rest of the game. And welcome to the delicacy shop. Roasted slugs, boiled lizards, salted spiders, they're all very good here in the town of Deli-Chous, so let's play Little Ninja Brothers. But you're still hungry. As we try to find out why the mayor was stealing all the food, well, obviously the usual reason in RPGs is, well, because they're evil. And we're going to come here into the weapon shop, and there's 2 new items though. We have the Scale Shield, and also the Volley T-Star. And unfortunately I don't have enough money for either of them, so yeah, I'll buy them later on, and show the volleys later on as well. Yeah, they're going to be pretty important for probably the next episode or so. But here we're going to come to the tool shop. I think they have a new item for us. Yeah, besides the sweet buns, of course, which I already mentioned in the last episode, they recover 40 HP. And we have the Whirly Bird, which works a lot like the Wings of the Wyvern in the Dragon Quest games. Yeah, you use it and you can go to any town you've previously visited. And the Talisman B I already have. And the match, what that does, it allows you to see invisible enemies. Especially the ones that's up in the mountains. That's why I told you not to go up there yet. But I already bought that off screen, so you don't have to worry about it. I also bought a couple more sweet buns, a Whirly Bird, and I also have a skateboard that I got from an enemy, which I'll show off in this episode where I got it from. And yeah, I only have the single T-Stars. Yeah, I'll be showing off the T-Stars in the next episode. Yeah, but first I'm going to show a quick leveling up trick. Oh yeah, by the way, the maximum amount of consumable items you can hold is 8. So yeah, 8 sweet buns, and later on you can buy a meat bun, which restores all your health. But yeah, unfortunately, you can only hold 1 of those in your inventory, and that's pretty much all the health items you get for the rest of the game. Yeah, there's no heal more spells or Kiraga in this game. There's no Shield of Strength either, so... yeah, at least they even give you that in Dragon Warrior 2. Yeah, but here I'm gonna show off the Mighty Ball. It's not in the item menu. It's in the regular equipment menu. Yeah, just select the Mighty Ball, and there it is. And you touch it, and it's pretty much like the Starman in Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, just run into your enemies and instantly kill them. There we go. Yeah, but just should kill them quickly, because the Mighty Ball doesn't last forever. Yeah, of course the game wouldn't make it that easy. Yeah, but for that leveling up trick, we're gonna come here in the desert and fight a specific enemy, and that's not the specific enemy I want to fight. That's more the uncommon encounter. If not, I'll just edit it out till I find them, and nah, not these guys. Yeah, but yeah, what the hell, I'll show the battle anyways, because, well, it's a new enemy, the little fry guys here, and they can only be killed by jumping on them. Yeah, you can't kill them with punches. Nah, I got a skull. And I'll try to demonstrate here. Yeah, you see the metallic sound. Yeah, that means, well, you can't kill them with whatever you're hitting them with. And also, I mentioned in the last episode, the experience you get is determined by the battle formation, not the specific enemies you kill in the battle. But this battle formation is the exception. And here we have the Spoony Birds, and they work like the Peahats in Zelda. You can only kill them when they're stopped, but we're not gonna kill any of these items, any of these enemies. And there, I just got a skateboard. Yeah, well, that's what the skateboard looks like. And if you don't kill the enemies fast enough, this guy will show up. And yeah, this guy's called Unigon, I believe, in the Japanese translation. Well, not the translation, it was translated to English. And after you kill the Unigon, yeah, you can grab the items again. As you see there, now I have 3 skateboards. But the interesting part about this battle, the Unigon battles, is that every Unigon you kill, you'll get a 20 experience bonus for every Unigon you kill, so... And to kill him is not really that tough, and yeah, I'll show off the jump back trick. Yeah, if you go up to the top of the screen, you can just keep jumping over and over again, but yeah, it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes when you land, sometimes you'll get hit, so like I hit there. So all you gotta do is avoid killing these guys, and yeah, the maximum amount of Unigons you can kill is 5, so yeah, just kill them from the top there. Yeah, you can't kill them from the bottom, well, not in this game. And just basically avoid these enemies. Yeah, you can go inside the tunnels to avoid them as well. And I think this is the 3rd or 4th one. Yeah, and every time he appears, yeah, he moves a little bit faster. So you just gotta be careful with that. Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice to kill him, but yeah, once you stand on top, you just punch him in the head. Yeah, this guy's he's dumber than a bag of hammers, so not really that tough. Yeah, the Spoony Birds, they really don't do a lot of damage. And of course, every time you kill the Unigon, the little regular monsters will appear, and yeah, you can keep getting the treasure chest over and over again, so you can rack up on skateboards and those dragon kicks as well. Alright, we got him. And if you just kill the Spoony Birds alone, you'll get 30 experience, which is pretty good, but if you kill 5 of those Unigons worth 20 experience each, you'll get a total of 130 experience, yeah. Yeah, a lot more than the rest of the enemies around here that just give 6 to 15 experience per battle. And yeah, that only took about 2 to 3 minutes, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight a couple more of these guys off screen, and I'll get to level 7, because at level 7, yeah, your max HP is 38. Well, now it's 19, so it'll be almost doubled what I had before. So I'm going to do that off screen, and I'll probably get up some more dragon kicks as well, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I made it to level 7, and yeah, my max HP now is 38, which is going to be pretty useful for the boss. As you can see, yeah, I have grinded up 71 dragon kicks. Yeah, but I could always use some more money, though, but yeah, don't worry about money in this game. There's a way we can get a lot more money, probably later on in the game, probably about halfway through. And here I'm gonna show off a couple of more enemies. And here we have the Pig Lancer. Now, I don't think I showed these guys off, and I don't think there's anything in these rocks. And of course, the slimes, you can only kill them by jumping on them. or using a dragon kick. But mostly I use the dragon kicks to avoid enemies rather than killing them. And these pig lancers, well, pretty simple. They're pigs, and well, they have lances. Kind of reminds me of the pig army in Mother 3. It's a simple enemy. You'll be seeing a lot of those throughout the rest of the game. Yeah, you get 13 experience points. And this is the other battle I want to show off. Good, I don't have to edit anything out. Yeah, this is the Claw Ninja. And if you go up here, punch the rock, and yeah, you get another T-star. And if I didn't mention before, yeah, if you jump on the rocks or on the grass, you'll automatically bounce back. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Yeah, the Claw Ninjas, well, they have claws. It's sort of like Vega from Street Fighter. Yeah, the best way to kill them is to either go around them, hit them from the side, or wait till they retract their claws and then hit them. Or you can just kill the weaker monsters like the slimes here. That'll probably be a lot easier than actually fighting them up close and personal. Or you can use T-stars against them. As you can see, you get 40 experience points, so yeah, that's probably the highest amount of experience you can get from a battle in this area. But anyways, we're gonna head on with the plot here. Figure out why the mayor is stealing all the food. Yeah, and I think that store there, yeah, I think it was Denny's pun, not Wendy's. Oh well. And I love this dungeon theme, but yeah, there's no random battles here. But later on in these little dungeon areas, there will be random battles. And here we're gonna talk to the mayor. Yeah, good old Mayor Spinach Hair Square Face. Well, alright. Is that a beer in the upper right corner? I guess Nintendo forgot to censor that out. Yeah, it's probably the beer. Probably some Guinness Stout. Yeah, that'll always knock you out. I like the little picture there of the prison. Reminds me of Shadowgate, that room with the rope, or Epor. Like that Jack there with the people's eyebrow. If you smell, la, 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 la. Chief Tubba-Tummy of the Yoma clan. Yeah, it's one of Blue Bolzar's. Blue Boltar, whatever his name is. Yeah, it's one of his goons. You can see, look, he has pepperonis on his cheeks. Yeah. I just love the fat sprite icons in this game. Yeah, I guess he's into cannibalism. I guess that's the real mayor. His head like one of a Lego head. Amulet 2, huh? Yeah, where are we gonna get this Amulet 2? Oh, we'll find out in a minute or so. I'm too fat to pass through. You guys should go on The Biggest Loser. Or that other show on, I think on ABC called Extreme Weight Loss or something like that. And that's the way out there. And if you go up there, it's just a dead end. There's nothing up there. Anyways, to get that Amulet 2, of course, how convenient. I am the savior Mouchee Mouse. Yeah, whatever. And this is one of the 12 celestial beings. I didn't laugh, but might want to clean up that puke on the floor. And she gives us the Amulet 2. Yeah, some nice Deus Ex Machina there. Alright, so now we got the Amulet 2, and then what the Amulet 2 does is, well, it blocks Tubba-Tummy's spell. And, yeah, well, we'll have to show that off when I get to him in the boss battle. And what do we have here? I've showed these before. And we can skip that battle. Yeah, Amulet 2 is used to block Tubba-Tummy's spell from you becoming a meatball. Yeah, just a measly 5 experience points. Yeah, if you spend if you try to level up off these enemies, you'll be here for about an hour or so, 2 hours. And here we have another enemy. Yeah, we have to fight umbrellas. Yeah, they're not really that tough, but they do tend to fly around a lot. Yeah, this is also another battle formation where you can fight the Unigon. I don't think there's anything in these skulls. Yeah, just M coins. Yeah, it's another battle we can fight Unigon, but I wouldn't recommend like fighting him here because, well, of course you got the water there, and you don't have enough space to kill him. And also, these enemies are a lot more difficult to avoid, because you got the water in the middle. Yeah, you can stand in the middle there and avoid the enemies, but I wouldn't. Because, well, you won't be able to fight this guy in the middle of the little platform there. Yeah, the area with the spoony birds probably is the best area to fight Unigon to get the experience. And here we get 52 experience points. Yeah, of course, if you didn't kill the two, if I didn't kill the two Unigons, I'd have only gotten 12 experience. Anyway, so to advance the plot, though, yeah, we have to head back to the mayor's palace. Yeah, see, I might good on sweet buns. Yeah, I have 8. Yeah, for here, it's best to just use the sweet buns to heal up. Because, well, the hotel is 15 money, what you see there. They don't even call it sen in the item screen. They just call it money. Although, like in Kingdom Hearts, where they call it money, M-U-N-N-Y. And yeah, he says the same thing. Alright. Even though I just escaped from prison, yeah, obviously the guards don't know that. Yeah, they've really got to fix the prison mechanics in RPGs. They're pretty much all the same. You escape and you go right back to this person who put you in prison. Of course. And before we fight Tubba Tummy, of course, he's going to send his mooks out to try to soften us up before we take on the actual boss. And here we get some more ninja stars. And I'll be showing that off against the boss. I'll show off a couple of strategies how to beat Tubba Tummy. And here's another sort of a random battle, but not really that random. These are battles that you have to fight, and once you kill all the enemies, you can go through the door. And that's how it works in these specific pre-boss, quote-unquote, random battles. And here you open up this treasure chest, and you get a boo bomb. And what the boo bomb does, it stuns all the enemies on the screen. And let's watch out for the lightning there. And I think after every 3 enemies you kill, the lightning comes out. And you saw there, I got one of the ninja stars. Oh, shit. Yeah, fuck you, lightning. Yeah, if you get an icon with the ninja star icon with the black background, that means you can use them instantly. And the ones with the white background, they go into your menu. And there I just got a skateboard. Yeah, it's kind of weird. That's the actual icon for a skateboard. But, well, that's how it is. And here you get a heart piece. You get 40 HP back. Damn it. Yeah, later on, I believe we'll get an item or an amulet to block those shots. Yeah, don't forget to pick up that the extra piece of life, just in case you got hit. Yeah, we've killed them all. Yeah, maybe you should have sent your women. They'd have probably done a better job. But anyways, in the next episode, we take on our first boss of the game, Chief Tubba Tummy.